offensive onslaughts have the Rays flying high at home. But Toronto's power looks just beneath the surface with every at-bat. The Rays look to go sweeping right now on Sun Sports. Welcome to another night of Rays baseball from Tropicana Field. The homestand continues. The Rays have taken the first two games in big fashion. Victories of 9-0 and 10-1. And tonight, it's game 3 of the series as the Tampa Bay Rays nights. Carlos Pena's hot, but a couple of other guys hot in that lineup as well, including Ben Zobrist.
Yeah, the last 21 games he's been on fire. He's hitting 20 of those games from both sides of the plate. The batting average left-handed well over 300. The batting average right-handed climbing up the ladder. But look at this, 393 in those 21 starts. 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, 4 of those home runs from the left side of the plate. And you could put Ben just about anywhere in this lineup, not just defensively, but offensively. You can hit him first, you can hit him third, you can hit him fourth, you can hit him fifth like he is tonight.
You know, the Rays, you've got to see this club to really believe it defensively, because if you look at the numbers, they're down in the bottom part of the American League lineup when it comes to defensive fielding percentage. But when you see this team play night in and night out, you know how great they are. I mean, great defensively.
I think part of that is they get to balls other teams don't get to, and sometimes they will make an error on tough plays. But overall, this is an excellent defensive ball club. In the outfield with the speed of Crawford and Upton, no question about that. Sean Rodriguez and Reed Brainiac look like they've been playing together as a tandem up the middle the last 10 years. A couple of great plays in this series alone. Look at those plays right there by Sean feeding Brainiac. And forget about it. The Gold Glover, he's going to win another one this year. Evan Longoria, one of the best double plays to help David Price last night that you're ever going to see.
So great defensive work for the Rays. They continue to get outstanding pitching, and the bats have come to life here. Coming off that last road trip, it started in Texas. They've carried it through the first 2 games of this homestand, and tonight they're looking for their 4th series sweep of the year. More on Sean Rodriguez when Todd returns.
The lineup tonight batting second for the Rays. He is riding a 10-game hitting streak. During that time, he is hitting .412. He's actually looked like a whole different hitter lately, and more similar to the guy we saw in spring training when he made this Rays team. We did catch up with Rays manager Joe Madden, and in our Geico quote of the game, we asked Joe, hey, what's the difference lately with Sean Rodriguez?
if you really break him down, if you want to take some slow motion of him hitting, just look at the stance. The stance is different. He's more spread out. And with that, his hands are set back a little bit farther, and he just looks, he's in a better hitting position. That's where it begins. And just better bat speed. The bat speed the bat's just whistling through the strike zone. Right? He looks very confident. He looks very good at the plate. And then on top of that, he's picking up the bunts. You know, the bunts are permitting him to hit right around 250 right now. He's had some balls that he's hit well that have been caught also. So, but overall, you saw the play at second base yesterday. The double play that they started was awesome. So his confidence is just coming up. But I think primarily, if you look at it and break down his batting stance, that is different. That was him in Schulte.
Rodriguez has been a different type of player lately. He has been getting the job done in all phases of the game. In this evening's game, we are participating in the Home Run Challenge. Today, every home run hit in this game raises $10,500 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by calling 800-798-CURE. That's 798-2873. Or you can go online to www.pcf.org. We are ready for the Home Run Challenge, and we are ready for the first pitch of tonight's game. It will be Wade Davis on the mound for the Rays. The left-hander for Toronto will be Brett Cecil. Enjoy all the action in high definition with Dwayne Stats and Kevin Kennedy right around the corner here on Sunsport.
Is presented in beautiful HD by H.H. Gregg. Rays send the big right-hander Wade Davis to the hill in the wrap-up game of the three-game series. They've taken the first two games from the Toronto Blue Jays, and here is the lineup put together by Cito Gaston. He has Lewis leading off, Fred Lewis, Aaron Hill, followed by Adam Lynn, Vernon Wells in the cleanup spot ahead of Jose Bautista. Alex Gonzalez back in the lineup at shortstop. Hitting in front of Lyle Overbay, John Buck again does the catching, and at third, hitting ninth, is Edwin Encarnacion.
Wade Davis looking to rebound from a tough outing in Texas. Comes in at 11 starts with a 5-5 record. The ERA has jumped over 5 now at 5.03. Too many walks, 29 and 59 innings, so he's looking to get better command on both sides of the plate, and especially going to pitch inside more tonight, even by his own doing. He had mentioned that. Take a look at the defense behind Wade Davis tonight in left field. Another day off for Carl Crawford, so Gabe Kapler's in left. BJ Upton in center and Ben Zilbert's in right. Around the infield, Evan Longoria, Reed Brignac, Sean Rodriguez, and Carlos Pena left and right. Behind the plate, John Jaso. This defensive alignment review is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
And Gabe Kapler's in there in left field tonight in the place of Carl Crawford with the lefty on the mound. Crawford gets another night off, and the first pitch of this game is a fastball from Wade Davis, and it's a strike call by Mike Winters. Winters, the 20-year veteran, calling the balls and strikes. And Lewis fouls this one out of play. And a glancing blow to Dick Vitale.
Dick, all right?
Ouch. Yeah, he says he's fine. Swing and a miss, and Lewis is out on strikes on 3 pitches.
Well, that's called pounding the strike zone right away. He tried to go up. He actually missed a little bit away, and it worked for strike 3. But he did try to come inside twice in this 3-pitch sequence.
So that's one away, and it brings up Aaron Hill. Pitch runs inside to him. A ball and no strikes. They're trying to talk Dick Vitale into leaving and just getting it checked out, but so far he's holding his ground in his seat down there. Season ticket holder and a long-time supporter of the Rays. 1-1 to count. Well, he's not going to leave. They're going to. If you can't move the mountain, what is it? You move the mountain. They're moving the mountain to Dick Vitale.
Look at it. He still doesn't want to miss a pitch.
I know. He said, "Okay, but stay out of my line of view here of the hitter."
That's a gamer right there.
Hill sends a fly ball into right. And Zobrist makes the catch. 2 gone.
I hope he's all right. That was a bullet over there.
Yeah.
A late swing by Freddie Lewis.
Two outs with the bases empty, and here's Adam Lind. Pitch is a strike. It's down a little bit. Well, Wade Davis coming off that tough outing in Texas against the Rangers when he was roughed up for 9 hits and 8 runs in 3 1/3 innings.
Pitch.
2-1 to count.
Gonna miss. Nothing wrong with that. Miss down there. You can see that line in Texas.
ERA went from 4.04 to 5.03. There's a fly ball back into left center field, deep with some slice, and BJ is there to make the catch. Adam Lind is out number 3. Bottom of the first coming, no score. tied up with B.J. Upton again in the leadoff spot, followed by Sean Rodriguez and Evan Longoria. Willie Ibar, Ben Zobrist, and Carlos Pena down the middle with Gabe Kapler, John Jaso in there catching, and Reed Brignac will bat ninth at shortstop.
Facing the left-hander Brett Cecil, just one more lefty that the Rays have to face, and they've had success against lefties in 9 starts. So Brett is pitching very, very well, especially his last 4. He's 6-2 overall with a 3.43 earned run average. Excellent strikeout to walk ratio right there. 45 strikeouts, only 13 walks. A 212 batting average against.
But you know, brought to you by Radio Shack as BJ steps in here. He's raised his average 22 points in the last 3 games and scored 7 runs, going 7 for 12. And he shortens on the bat on that first pitch, taking the pitch high, a ball and no strikes. And we have seen him start to think about putting down a bunt here, and in fact he's done that and was out early today before the game working on his bunting form, and that shows I think a big step in the right direction for BJ and the Rays. He was so concerned, it seemed, for a while of hitting the ball out of the ballpark. All he has to do is get on base to help this team.
Yeah, especially in the leadoff spot now with Jason Bartlett on the disabled list still. He's taken over that leadoff spot the last few games, and he's done a good job.
That makes it 3-1.
Like he had a drag bunt base hit last night. Scored a run off of that.
And he takes ball 4, and he's on here. So BJ with a good at bat to start this game, drawing the walk.
Take a look at the defense for the Jays tonight. Freddie Lewis in left, Vernon Wells in center, and Jose Batista in right. No change there. Edwin Encarnacion at third base. Alex Gonzalez gets the start tonight at shortstop. Aaron Hill at second. Lyle Overbay at first, and John Buck behind the plate. And this defensive alignment review is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
Now it's Sean Rodriguez up in the 2 spot in the order. BJ back in at first. Upton with 18 stolen bases. He's 18 out of 22. The pitch is high. Rodriguez takes the fastball up. Cecil with Upton over at first base, going to try to get the ball to Buck a little quicker than usual.
Yeah, the Jays will do that slide step with a guy like BJ or Carl Crawford at first base. Carl, of course, getting another rest tonight. John Rodriguez, a 10-game hitting streak, hitting .412. Really like the adjustments that Joe Madden talked about that Sean has made in his mechanics too.
And the pitch is up. 2-0. Sometimes when a pitcher tries to get the ball to the catcher faster, that pitch comes up.
That's exactly right. A lot of organizations don't like that. They don't want to lose the power at home plate or the efficiency of whatever pitch they are throwing at home plate. And when you slide step, you want to make sure you still throw your off-speed stuff. You don't want to get in a pattern.
And there's a strike on the edge. 2-1.
Some curveball pitchers that when they slide step, it's always a fastball because they don't feel they can get on top of their curve. Not staying back or tall enough in the back leg.
It's a 2-1 count. And the bunt is foul. The count is 2-2. Yeah, it is for that reason that you'll have a base stealer over at first, but he might stay over there for a while just to affect that pitcher's delivery and his actual pitches.
Yeah, why not? I mean, don't get thrown out right away early in the count in the first inning. Let the pitcher scuffle a little bit from the stretch. And also it drives that pitch count up early.
2-2 now.
The Rays like to do.
Jay's back in over there. Just underway, bottom of the first, no score. BJ with his lead. The pitch is pop foul back of first. That's going to be out of the reach of Overbank. The count holding it 2-2. Rays with the major's best record, 39-20. A win tonight would push them 20 games over 500. They've been there once before this year. A 2-2 count. Upton draws a little toss. He was out there and leaning a little bit.
Yeah, I think he was trying to draw that throw. I don't think he was going. I think he wanted to distract Cecil. See if he can make a mistake at home plate with Sean Rodriguez. That same lean you're talking about.
There he goes. The pitch is a ball, and the throw is not in time. And Upton steals second base. That's his 19th steal of the year. The count goes full to Rodriguez, and the Rays now have a man in scoring position.
Well, he's done some smart things. He did the lean, and then he wasn't going. He drew the throw over there. Did the same look to Brett Cecil, the lean, and Brett thinking, well, he's not going then. I'll just go home. And Buck a little late with the release.
Well, if the Rays can do that with Toronto pitching, they can steal some bases, because Buck has not thrown out a lot of base runners this year, and that has not been a strong suit for him. As opposed to their other catcher, Jose Molina, who throws out every base runner that tries to steal on him.
Jose is just so quick in his transfer and with his feet. That's the whole key to throwing runners out. There's Jose. No starts in this series.
Boy, I'll tell you, the Rays don't fight that at all. You know, he's thrown out over 69% of the runners trying to steal against him, and Buck just over 7%.
No, he's an incredible thrower. There's no doubt about that. And believe it or not, his brother Yadier is a better thrower. I don't know what his percentages are right now. I don't have them at the top of my head, but his brother is quicker and has even better arm than Jose. He's the best defensive catcher in the National League, maybe in all of baseball, for people that haven't seen Yadier, of the Cardinals.
Rodriguez incredible. Fought off a 3-2 changeup, and so it's on its way again, 3-2. He lines it. It's a diving catch by Hill. Boy, hit that ball hard. That's all you can ask, and Hill made the grab.
Boy, that's a good at bat by Sean to stay alive, and that's and going the other way too. That looked like a base hit, and if not, Hill was kind of pinching the bag, but you can't blame Hill for pinching the bag there with DJ at second, so he happened to be in perfect position for that line drive.
No, you're right about that, because BJ will steal third.
Yeah, and he's looking to
as easily as anybody. Evan Longoria at the plate. Upton walked, stole second. There with one out. Pitch is inside. BJ swiped third base last night in the game in the third inning. That's the fifth steal of third for Upton this year.
Yeah, and they really didn't pinch him last night. We had mentioned that, so they're obviously being more cautious tonight, conscientious tonight, I should say. Pinching Hill up the middle. I tell you, BJ had a
strike point, didn't he?
He had a walking lead, and he almost wanted to go there. And I think Evan Longoria saw it. That's why he took that pitch. Evan's good about that. Now one strike, he's got to swing the bat. But he was going to take a pitch there. He thought that BJ, I think, was going to take off. You can see him right in his vision, second base there.
Hits it on the ground to short. Gonzalez makes the play. Upton back in at second base. So he's there with 2 gone. Willie Ibar is on his way to the plate. We'll remind you, in tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus donates $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports. So here's Ibar. Hitting .253 for the year. Cecil starts him with a strike. Cecil, excuse me.
No, he's one of those lefties. Got that great changeup. That's why he gets those righties out.
And he's coming off a very good outing Friday against the New York Yankees. 8 innings and 1 run. Now ahead of Ibar. 0-2. A little breaking ball there.
Solid line right there against the Yankees. An efficient pitch count. Only 105 pitches in that game.
Ibar fights it off. Fastball coming in. So it's fouled and the count is still 2 strikes. Well, you see that breaking ball and a changeup from Cecil, and he spent some time this spring working with a cutter. They are very pleased with his development, the Blue Jays. Ibar stays alive right there. Just a little piece of that changeup.
That was a nasty one, too. 80-mile-an-hour changeup. Willie was able to get a piece of it.
Upton second, 0-2, and a ground ball that's headed to short. Gonzalez makes the pickup and the throw, and the Rays leave Upton aboard. We've completed 1 tonight from the Trop. No score. That compares itself to a Toyota, or you could just buy a Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, moving forward. By Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. And by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, rethink possible. From Tropicana Field tonight, Vernon Wells set to lead off the second inning. Wade Davis misses with a fastball low and away. Wells, Bautista, and then Gonzalez due up. Fly ball straight down the middle to center field, sending Upton back to the track for it, and he makes the catch. And that's out number 1.
1-0 count, breaking ball. It was a hanger, but Vernon Wells didn't quite get all of it and got underneath it. The ball had a lot of carry on it, though.
Now it's Bautista, the top home run hitter. The pitch is a strike. 18 home runs and 45 runs batted in. It's interesting when you look at the numbers on this club. 97 home runs to lead everybody. And they have the best slugging percentage in baseball. High fly ball, not too deep to center this time. Rodriguez out, Upton in. TJ comes in to take care of this. 2 gone. Season underway, but not too late to join the team. With Rays season tickets, ensure the best seats, biggest savings, and all the great benefits, including postseason opportunities. Visit RaysBaseball.com or call 888-FAN-RAYS tonight. Now Alex Gonzalez, and he's been off to a good start in the extra base hit department. He takes a strike.
Well, they've taken a few more first pitch fastballs this series, the Blue Jays. The Rays have pitched them a little bit differently. David Price and Neiman went in like that.
And they have to do that.
Yeah, and I think that affected the Blue Jays a little bit. David had an excellent fastball from the first inning on, and Jeff Neiman used everything, worked both sides of the plate. But see, that fastball in will help you get that type of swing on a breaking ball.
You come back with that, and you've just got to do that, because when this team, when the Rays played this team in Toronto, everybody in their lineup, it seemed, on every pitch, they were just swinging right out of their shoes. Count still 1-2, and to that point, you got to come in, you've got to move some feet, maybe come up and in once in a while.
Yeah, it's not just throwing a strike in there. It is standing guys up. It's some purpose pitches. Not trying to hit anybody, but you got to make them think a little bit and get uncomfortable.
And he just got a little piece of that one. That's a slider, and it's still 1-2.
Yeah, that swing right there, that's not a comfortable swing. That's like, I'm not sure what's coming swing, but I got a piece of it.
2 outs, base is empty. 1-2 the count to Alex Gonzalez. There's a shot back into left field off a fastball, and that's out of here. A 1-2 fastball, and Alex Gonzalez hits his 13th home run of the year, and now it's 1-0.
But see, that's what we're talking about. 1-2, you don't have to throw him a strike there after that poor swing on the breaking ball. 2 poor swings on the breaking ball. Here, look at this pitch. It's a fastball right down the middle. Trying to go in off the inside corner, and it runs right back over the heart of the plate. And that's what he was looking for on his 2 poor breaking ball swings. So that's just a mistake pitch.
So on the home run, the 98th of the year hit by the Blue Jays, they take a 1-0 lead. Now Overbay swings and misses. And with that home run hit by Alex Gonzalez, another $10,500 has been raised to support prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 800-798-CURE or go online to www.pcf.org. Fastball, and the count is 0-2 to Overbay.
Yeah, that's exactly what Brian Anderson was talking about in the pregame show. And I tagged and echoed that, is you don't have to, we're not talking about throwing strikes inside. We're talking about going in off the plate. And I think the intent was there by Wade, but he saw the ball run back over the heart of the plate for the home run.
And there's a strike call. walkover to retire the side. A run on the home run by Gonzalez. 1-0 Toronto. Is open for the 2010 All-Star Game in Anaheim, and you can help send your favorite Ray to this year's All-Star Game by voting up to 25 times at RaysBaseball.com. Visit RaysBaseball.com and cast your ballot now for your 2010 All-Stars. Vote early and vote often. Vote today at RaysBaseball.com. Well, Evan Longoria and Carl Crawford have been in good shape in the All-Star balloting, so keep it up. Ben Zobrist will open the home half of inning 2. Pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes. Zobrist, then Pena and Kapler. Two and 0. Side edge, 2-1.
Tough 2-0 pitch right there. Those goggles, by the way, by Cecil, those are to see the catcher's signs better. That's the reason he wears those. Good off speed right there. Change up.
Ball up, and he fouls it back, holding the count at 2-2.
See, that's what you want to do. If you're going to come in like he just did, it's not to throw a strike down in the zone. It's to go up and in. Tie your guy up, and that's what that last pitch did. And he'll probably go back down and away with his changeup. I think here it comes.
No, it's up for ball 3. 3-2. Sinker. And he shoots it back into deep center field, but Vernon Wells is there to make the catch. That's the first out. Hey, let's check in, make sure Dick Vitale's okay. Todd Callis with him now.
Yeah, we want to know. Fred Lewis leads off the game. First pitch, right? Foul ball, where to get you?
First pitch got me right in the rib area. First time I've ever had a line drive in 11 years come into this box since I've been here. And I'm going to tell you, man, it came like a bullet. And I was really worried. But fortunately, I feel fine.
You got checked out. I know they came and checked on you. Even our doctor, Dr. Riley back here, looked at you. Everything's okay?
Well, it seems everything's all right. I want to be on the tennis court tomorrow. So I hope to be back out there. But I'm going to tell you, it really is scary. We were talking about this last night. at a party I was at about the fact that we've been lucky sitting here that nothing's ever happened. I don't know if you heard about the 3-year-old girl in L.A. Yeah. She got hit with a line drive, and you wonder why there aren't more situations like that with the open area.
Yeah, the screen does not extend all the way to this section here as Carlos Pena bats. I know you spoke to the team before during the 2008 season. What do you think about this team compared to that year's team?
Well, I like this team a lot better. I just would like to see them get a little bit more productivity, certainly out of Carlos, who had 3 homers in the last 2 games, but can't hit under the Mendoza line, not at first base. And then you talk about Beach.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
There's one. He tees off and hits it deep. I mean, what a blast. He hit it off the facing. He hit it off the facing of the restaurant out there in center field. There was no doubt about that one. When he is hot, he is hot. He is home run hot right now. Number 13 and the game is tied.
That is 5 home runs now in the last 4 games. And we're just starting in this one. First at bat right here in the second inning. It's a little cutter right there. Up and out over the plate. Boy, he didn't miss it. And that's what he's doing now. He's not missing mistakes like he did early in the season. When there's a mistake, he's centering it well.
Here's Gabe Kapler, and he hooks one foul down the left side. Well, Todd, ask Dick Vitale if that meets with his approval.
Dwayne wants to know how that looked to you. Did that meet with your approval?
Oh, that was unbelievable.
You almost called that one.
That's no 180 hitter. Another guy there. Dwayne, they do a great job up there. They really do. And I'll tell you this, if Upton gets going with the bat, seems like he's starting now to make contact. And Pena, who's a pitching's really carried us until a little slump that we had. I can't wait to see Jeremy Hellickson up here.
Oh, really?
He didn't have a good outing his last outing.
No, not last night.
No, but he's been terrific, and I think his potential is unbelievable.
All right, one last question. I got to ask you a basketball question real quick. Ryan Anderson hosts our pregame show with us on Rays Live. He's a big Cleveland Cavaliers guy. Is Izzo going his way?
Well, he's meeting with them tonight. He's actually in Cleveland. If I were giving him advice, I would say no way in the world do you leave an elite job like Michigan State where he's comfortable, where he's making millions right now. Why would you want to go and jeopardize a resume and a legacy that's sensational? Think about Pitino, Calipari, on their resumes, the fact that we're fired in the NBA. And if you replace the guy Mike Brown and you don't win the NBA title with LeBron James, you're fired. The guy won 127 games. Coach of the year, and he got fired in the last 2 years.
Crazy.
I would not go. I would stay. Tom Izzo, stay in college.
Look right up there. You wanted to stay and send it back to Dwayne and Kevin.
Hey, let's go to Dwayne and Kevin. Kevin's my guy. Kennedy, what a guy. He should be managing somewhere.
I wish there was more passion for this guy, guys. Back to you.
See if you can draw him out a little bit more the next time you talk with him, Todd. That home run for Carlos Pena has tied this game as John Jaso steps in there with 2 outs and the base is empty. 1 ball and no strikes to count.
This is awesome right here. 10,500. Prostate cancer.
1-1. The count. Yep. Carlos Pena raising another $10,500 in support of prostate cancer research. Make a donation by calling 800-798-CURE or going to pcf.org. Jaso with the count 2-1. Well, a lot to be said about that home run off the facing front of the Batter's Eye restaurant out there in center field. A little chop down the first base. Overbay with a toss to Cecil and a foot race for a moment there. That retires the side. Pena connects for the home run. And at the end of 2, this game is tied 1-1. Read the St. Petersburg Times, the official newspaper of the Rays, and you can win a suite for you, your friends, and your family to watch the Rays take on the New York Yankees August 1st. Entry forms available in the Sunday St. Petersburg Times through July 4th. All even 1-1. Home run by Gonzalez, home run by Pena. We go to the third, and Buck jumps on the first fastball and singles into center field. Leadoff base hit for the Toronto catcher. Well, that's 129 home runs for Carlos Pena in a Rays uniform, and with that, he takes over the home run lead. He's had more home runs than any other Ray in franchise history. And there was little doubt when he made contact with that pitch that hit off the facing of the batter's eye restaurant just below the windows out there. Big cut by Encarnacion, and he fouls it out of play. That's a strike. He hit that ball just underneath the windows.
Well, every home run he's hit in this series, it was a no-doubter right off the bat. I mean, he's really shown good bat speed, and he's hitting mistakes. And that's what home run hitters do with mistakes. And he was missing those mistakes when he went through that 5 for 50 stretch. He was swinging right through it or right underneath it. Not right now. He's not.
And here's the deal with Pena and the left-hander, Brett Cecil. He came into the game 2 out of 8 lifetime against Cecil. He's now 3 out of 9, and all 3 of those hits have been home runs off Brett Cecil. One and 2 the count. Encarnacion at the plate.
You know, and Joe Madden knows those matchups too. Of course, Carlos is going to be in there anyway, the way he's been swinging, no matter who's on the mound.
But he was originally going to hit 7th tonight when Deanna Navarro was posted in the lineup, and Navarro came up with a stiff neck. So Jaso was inserted in the 8th spot, and Madden didn't want to have 3 left-handed hitters stacked there with Pena, Jaso, and Brignac in the bottom of the order. So he moved Pena up and put Kapler in the spot just behind Carlos to break up all those left-handed hitters.
And I agree with that because they've got 3 lefties in their bullpen now. Tollett goes to the bullpen tonight along with Percy and Downs. Scott Downs is one of the 3 lefties, so they've got 3 guys in the bullpen, and that's why it's tough to stack 3 lefties in a row in your lineup.
2-2 the count, and they sent a left-hander, Rami Lewis, out when Jesse Litch was activated, and we're happy to see him coming back and getting back to the big leagues. They're having some extensive work done on his arm. 3-2. Of course, Jesse, the former Rays bat boy, and
that's a great story.
Intern.
Yeah, that's a great story.
They say he's been throwing the ball very well, and they're anxious to have him back.
Yeah, he's going to start rotation. Is it game 3 in Colorado? I think he's going to start one of those games in Colorado.
Yeah, I think it's a Sunday game. Swing and a miss. Encarnacion chased that pitch out of the strike zone wide. 3 strikeouts for Davis.
Well, it's the type of team you can do that with. You don't have to throw him clean strikes. That was close enough where Encarnacion had to swing at that. Had to have some good run to it also. It's a big strikeout. Keep the momentum on the Rays side right here. Try to put a 0 up there. After Carlos Pena gets you even.
Here's Freddie Lewis. Bounds it back. He's the swingingest leadoff guy we've seen recently.
No, he is. I saw a lot of him with the San Francisco Giants. You know, you were making a point last inning about their run production and you know, home runs. Now they have 98, but you're right. I mean, batting average is last in baseball. On base percentage is last in baseball.
When you look at those two, batting average and on base percentage, they're at the bottom, and yet they're still fourth in the league in runs scored. They've hit all those home runs. Here's the interesting point about that too. They seem to be a team that's going to live and die offensively by the home run.
Yep.
And we know what happens. The nature of offense is that it's here and gone and back again and gone again. And that might be the challenge for this team against really good pitching. And I think there's some realization to that. They've seen some pretty good pitching in this series with the first two starts made here by Jeff Neiman and David Price. Even though Price didn't have the best command he's had, he had great velocity last night.
He did.
Fastball.
Yeah.
So they run into some good pitching right there, and now they get to go to Colorado.
I know where you're going. Yeah,
how about that?
We were talking before the game.
And they faced Jimenez, Ubaldo Jimenez tomorrow.
Wow. I mean, this guy is nasty.
Wave and a miss. Lewis is out on strikes. And slide to that pitch.
Yep.
2 gone.
Good comeback right here, punching out the last 2 hitters. It was indeed a slide ball. But, how about Jimenez? Go ahead, Nick Point.
Yeah, I mean, he's, his earned run average went up last time out, and it's now 0.93, so it goes up. And you look at the combination of these. Now, this is winning percentage for their teams when they pitch. There's some great duos right there as Hill taps one foul third base side. Of course, Pettit and Hughes have been very good for the Yankees in the same way Neiman and Price here for the Rays. But look at the 2 lefties there for the Blue Jays. They're right there.
Yeah, they are. Brett Cecil has been pitching very well, especially his last 4 starts, and Romero. The outstanding stuff, also the great changeup. At the bottom, what you saw was Jimenez and Aaron Cook. And Jimenez is pitching better than anybody at this point of the season since Bob Gibson in 1968.
Yeah, Gibson had a 112 earned run average in 1968. And Ubaldo Jimenez has been so good that if he happens to give up a run, his ERA goes up.
Yeah, he's at what, 0.93?
Yeah, I think, Hill lines it over the head of Brignac and into left. Kapler with the pickup. Buck advances to second. Aaron Hill has his first hit tonight. Line drive single.
Yeah, here comes a pretty big sequence here to Lind. You get a ball deep to left center. B.J. Upton ran it down in the biggest part of the yard in the first inning. So this is a big sequence, big momentum changer right here to keep the momentum on the Rays side, because tying this up against a tough Brett Cecil was huge by Carlos Pena. Yeah, just to finish the point. So anyway, Jimenez throws tomorrow night.
Yeah, yes, he does.
In Colorado against the Blue Jays.
Adam Lind. Pitch is a strike. And and then beyond that, they play Colorado, and then they go to play the Padres in San Diego. They're going to run into some good pitching there.
They have a great pitching staff and a great bullpen. Great arms in the bullpen.
Yeah, the Padres feel that if they get the lead and go into the 7th inning with the lead, they're in great shape.
They are. Yeah.
2 strikes now, the count to Lind.
Believe it or not, John Garland, and part of this, I talked to Bud Black about this a few times, he's taught those guys, once those guys throwing that changeup also, and the Rays are going to see San Diego here in interleague play in the not too distant future. John Garland is having his success leading that staff because he's throwing a changeup.
Let's just looking at the rest of the Blue Jays schedule after San Diego. This one blocked on a pitch thrown into the dirt. Well, they go to they go home to play San Francisco and St. Louis.
Wow.
So they're going to get some pretty good pitching right there, starting with Lincecum.
A little bit of Lincecum and Kane, and then Wainwright and Carpenter.
Yep.
There you go.
and then they play the Phillies. So they're going to see over the next couple of weeks some very good starting pitching. And the pitch is just down 2-2.
Well,
Yeah.
there was a flinch by Mike Winters behind the plate. When you see an umpire flinch, that his first instincts are telling you it was a strike. So he flinched but didn't call it. It happens. That's a good pitch, though. Especially with 2 strikes. I mean, that's too close to take.
Pickoff play at second. And back in Buck.
Well, he made a money pitch and he didn't get the call. Now you just got to double up and do it again.
And we'll go to 3-2. That pitch misses down and in.
What you don't want to do, though, here at 3-2 is give in. There is a base open out there. Not that you're trying to walk. You got to make a money pitch. This guy has big time run power, even though Vernon Wells is on deck.
2 men on with 2 men out. It's a tie game. 1-1 in the third. Runners go. The pitch is lined into center. No longer a tie game. Buck will score. Stopping at second, Hill, as Lynn drives in the run, and now it's 2-1. Lynn picking up his 31st run batted in.
Yeah, that's just a fastball. You know, he's trying to go away. But take a look. Ball's up. See what's up right there, number 6. It's up, and Lynn just shoots it right back up the middle.
And that's where he really got hurt a lot on that pitch with that result in Texas.
Yep, sure
there
did.
were a lot of balls that just came right back through the middle, and Davis was almost could be excused if he had that idea that he might have been in a shooting gallery.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Wells hits it hard to shortstop. Brignac makes the play. Toss to Rodriguez for the force. Bottom of inning 3 coming. 2-1 Toronto.
With us as well, David Rosh. He is Fire Rescue in Hillsborough County's Firefighter of the Year. Congratulations on that, David. Tell us what it is about the job that really makes it rewarding for you.
You know, when people call us, they're in a time of need, so we're able to go out there and mitigate that situation and hopefully make an improvement and make things better for them and take care of their emergency.
You have had, quite a schedule. You're on 24-hour shifts. So you were on last night at Station 31. You work out at Tampa?
Yes.
And so you're up this morning. You're out here getting the honor. Tell us about the Sincerely Santa program that you work with.
Well, it's one of the longest running programs. This will be our 24th year this year. I've been involved with it for 14 years, been vice president for the past 4 years. The unique thing about it is it's backed and sponsored by all the local law enforcement and fire rescue agencies. All the firefighters and police officers here in Hillsborough County will go out to the needy kids and take care of the Christmas for them so that they have something.
That's great. Those guys provide a lot of, obviously, life-saving rescues throughout the course of the year, and Sincerely Santa program is a great thing they do in addition to the regular job. David, thank you very much for being one of the heroes in our area. We appreciate it. Guys, David Rosh, Firefighter of the Year in Hillsborough County Fire Rescue. Back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you, and congratulations, and our best wishes and gratitude go out to David as well. By the way, Andy Sonnenstein has said if he wasn't a baseball player, he'd be a firefighter.
Really?
And he's sort of a fireman. He's working out of the bullpen now.
Yes, he is.
But he's apparently tomorrow he's going to visit the local firehouse.
That's pretty cool.
Fire station up here. There's a strike to B.J. Upton, and I think we're going to get some video of that. And so you know that'll be showing up on our telecast, and perhaps I'm going to guess maybe that'd be something for a future peek, inside the Rays or something like that.
I like that. Very
cool. So we'll see how that turns out. Pitch is up. Sonnenstein also loves dogs, and so we'll see if there's a Dalmatian at the fire station that he can befriend. The pitch is upstairs. 3-1. Well, BJ walked and stole a base. Was left on second in the first. And he draws the walk again. So he will head to first with one away.
See the frustration right there of Cito Gasson. Cecil so far not showing the impeccable command that he's shown the last 4 starts. And, of course, the reason he's frustrated is because he walked B.J. Upton. That's the reason.
Yeah.
And here comes a stolen base attempt again. Carl, of course, sitting down tonight, but I'm sure he'll be available if needed later in the game.
Well, this gives you an idea. He's walked 2 men now. He's walked Upton twice. One attempt by Rodriguez is foul. So he's walked Upton twice in a little over 2 innings of work tonight. He had pitched over his last 4 starts, 31 2/3 innings, and had walked a grand total of 4.
Yeah, that's fantastic command right there. And tonight so far he really hasn't shown it. He's shown a couple of good change-ups, but it's kind of been all over the quadrant, outside the quadrant of the strike zone.
Rodriguez had a big cut at that fastball.
Even that pitch was up. It was out of the zone.
0-2 the count. Joe Madden talk about the quickness of Rodriguez. We saw that early. He got off to that great start in spring training, and he had great bat speed during that stretch.
His hands are a little bit higher. His feet are a little bit wider. I think it gets him through the zone better with that. His hands were pretty low early in the season, and he was taking a lot of fastballs early in the count. And then when he got to 2 strikes, of course, the righties were throwing a lot of breaking balls out of the zone, and it was very tough. So he's made some adjustments with that. He's getting a good fastball early. He's jumping. There's the widespread feet, balance.
Ground ball to short. Gonzalez quickly to Hill and over to first for the double play. Gonzalez got rid of that quickly to start the inning-ending double play through 3-2-1 Toronto. And it's time for the AT&T Mobility Trivia question. Since Carlos Pena joined the Rays in 2007, who leads the American League in home runs? A germane question, seeing as how Carlos has belted one tonight. We'll have the answer for you in the bottom of the inning. We do have to wait to the bottom of the inning, right?
Yeah. I know the answer to this one. I'll keep quiet. I did some reading today.
All right. Jose Bautista looking at a curveball to start the fourth. That's in there for a strike.
Yeah, I stumbled across it. I wanted to blurt it out earlier. I didn't even know it was the trivia question, so I'm glad I didn't.
I know. They sometimes surprise us with the trivia question. But if either one of us would spoil a potential trivia question, they are so prepared, our crew, that they could immediately switch to a backup.
They got plan B.
They call it audible.
Yeah, it's an audible.
The line.
Yeah, plan B, plan C. Because you never know what might come out of our mouths here in the first few innings.
Yeah, that's right. And we've been called into some meetings occasionally because of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and a foul ball. So the count is 2-2. Bautista, Gonzalez, and Overbay. They just wanted to enliven the meeting. That's all.
Yeah. Make it entertaining.
Davis all set with his 2-2, and that's cued foul. Come in with another one. Wade making his first career start against the Blue Jays. Jays with a home run in this game. They're 98th. They've gone 20 innings without a home run, and for this team, that's a long time. Bautista staying alive on that pitch. You've seen a curveball. He's seen a slider. He got a little piece of that one. I think he's trying to make sure he's okay. That's a back issue. Let's take a look at him here.
This was a breaking ball right here that he just got a piece of. He seemed to foul it right off the plate. And they had a lunge to make contact there.
And the breaking ball, boy, that's high, and it's now 3-2. And his reaction to the breaking ball was a little unsteady.
Yeah, he was able to hold up, but again, you see the twist of the back leg or back foot right there.
This pitch is popped up, foul ball. Jaso is there and makes the catch. And Bautista is the first out here in the fourth inning. Keep a little eye on him as he goes back to the dugout. See if he can put himself back together. They feel the fire this Saturday when the Rays host the Marlins, and after the game, catch country superstar Dierks Bentley. It's the summer concert series presented by Hess Express. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets. That'll be a fun night here at Tropicana Field. It's always fun here at Tropicana Field. Extra fun on Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Bentley here.
Yeah, Saturday night, that'll be good. First pitch strikes. He's pounding it. Pounding the zone. 13 of 15.
And there's strike two to Gonzalez. 0-2.
He came back inside. He tried to go in with two strikes on him in the second, and he missed. Ran over the plate, and Gonzalez homer, but that one was paint. And they're going back. Jaso wanted it in, but I think they're going back away now.
It's fouled, out of play.
I get John to open up that glove so I can see the signs a little better. Let's take a look at John Jaso.
Yeah, he may may be afraid that you picked him up now. They're going to change him.
Well, this conversation's about what do we do now? You threw a breaking ball away. We tried to go in last time. I missed location. He homered. What's the best way to go? I'm throwing one in the dirt. Or you know what? If you want to stand him up and just knock him on his tail, go do it. It's 0-2. There's 2 ways to go. I don't mean hit him, but I mean you want to stand him up 0-2, go do it. That's what they're going to do. Right here.
Pitch in.
Well, that's
off the plate. He moved his back foot anyway.
Yeah, I mean you wanted it up and in is what you want. When you're going in there 0-2, you're going up and in to stand him up. To get that.
And he's out this time. Tried to check on the breaking ball. Gonzalez is out on strikes.
Well, you know, Dwayne, I like the thought process. This is why he went inside to set that breaking ball pitch up to get that kind of swing. So even though the 0-2 pitch was down and in, not up and in like you want to do, it still worked. The thought process is there, and that's good thinking by Wade Davis and John Jason.
Here's Lyle Overbay with the bases empty and 2 outs. Ball 1.
In the first pitch changeup right there. Might be the first one we've seen tonight.
Right back. The fastball down out of the strike zone. 2-0. Doing 1 now.
Yeah, that's a money pitch right there. 2-0 at the knees on the black of home plate. It's a good pitch.
Three balls and a strike.
Well, the other thing about Wade, sometimes he carries his pitches too long, and that's why the fastball runs back over the plate into lefties or away from righties when he's trying to go in. He's got to keep that alignment with his hip and that front foot going right toward his target.
Now the full count fastball by Overbay.
Stay strong on the back leg in the hip turn and then drive right toward your target. And finish with that head running right toward your target.
We'll see another 3-2 pitch.
Everybody falls off a little bit. Everybody falls off after release toward the first base side if you're righty. But if you do it too soon, the arm's going to drag. You're going to be flat. You're going to be underneath your stuff.
And he walked him, missing down and in with a breaking ball. So that's the first walk given up by Davis. Giving up a couple of runs tonight, 4 hits. Start your weekend with Friday Fest presented by Captain Morgan. Friday, the Rays take on the Marlins, and the first 10,000 fans receive a collectible Carlos Pena t-shirt presented by the St. Petersburg Times. And then Sunday, you can pick up the Jason Bartlett bobblehead. Swing and a miss.
I get more gear then?
Yeah,
more
that's right.
t-shirts and get good. I love that stuff.
What do you think of the likeness?
Pretty good. I like the little chin. You got the hair there in the chin. You know,
yep.
There it is.
I think Jason's due to come off the DL early next week, I think, Tuesday. And it appears he'll be ready. Buck chased that pitch, 0-2. He tried to hold up on a good hard slider.
He did those agility drills. He looked pretty good. It's exactly him. There he is.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That'll be James Shields tomorrow night. And then on the big concert night Saturday, Matt Garza. And then you can pick up the Bartlett bobblehead and see Jeff Neiman pitch on Sunday.
Got a good starter going every single night. He's trying to guide that, so just let it go. Let it go right toward your target. You don't have to make it better than what it is. See him really opening up and falling off the left side there. Got to lead with the hip a little bit longer toward your target. And you paint that outside corner instead of trying to guide it there, dart through it there. Let the ball do the work. Be my catcher speak if I went out to the mound and talked to him.
I like that for a couple of reasons. Full count now. And I think you're right. I think his pitches would have way more life.
Yeah.
And you put this arm with that kind of life.
No doubt.
It could really be special.
Yeah. I mean, he's trying to make the perfect pitch, and you force it with your mechanics. You don't have to. Just do your mechanics. The ball will run and do what it's going to do. It'll cross that outside corner. When you carry it too long, you're bringing it about a foot off the outside corner, and it's an easy ball. That was better.
This one is popped up right side. Pena waits and puts it away to retire the side. They leave a man. We're headed into the home half of the inning, and Evan Longoria is going to lead it off. Rays down 2-1. Answer to our AT&T Mobility Trivia question. Since Carlos joined the Rays in 07, who leads the American League in home runs? Well, with his latest home run barrage, it would be Carlos Pena with 129. Since he's become a member of the Rays, he's hit more home runs than all of these other sluggers, 2 ahead of Alex Rodriguez. Paul Konerko and Big Papi David Ortiz each have 98 in that span. Justin Morneau and Jim Thome 97. Whoa, what a list of power, huh? How about
it's an incredible list, and when I heard that today, saw that today, it surprised me over Alex. Now, I know Alex missed a little bit of time last year, but it surprised me over A-Rod. But that's quite a statement that he has made since 07 for home run power. That's why you can't give up on Carlos Pena.
2-0 the count to Evan Longoria.
You know he won't give up on himself, and he keeps fighting, and he's fought through this, and he's coming out of it. 5 home runs in the last 4 games.
There's a shot up the left field line, back into the corner. Longoria's on his way to second. He's going to make it standing with the double. Boy, Evan is red hot. He came into this game hitting over 390 here at home. He has the best home batting average in the league.
And Dwayne, he is quick. There's a fastball middle in, and he just turns on it, and he knows he's digging for two immediately. Quick swing, fluid swing. There's your checkers double of the game, as that hooks into the left field corner right there. Freddie Lewis going to play the carom. Good start to the fourth inning.
Here's Willie Ibar. Ibar got behind his first time and stayed alive on a couple changeups. Balanced a curveball here, and finally they got him on a ground ball to short. 1 strike to count.
Willie pulled off that slow breaking ball right there. Really, you still want to go to the right side. I'm not saying, hitting 4 tonight, give yourself up, but try to shoot a base hit through the right side until you get 2 strikes, if you can.
And that pitch is in as Cecil works him close. A 1-1 count.
Of course, if they pound you in and you think you can feel the catcher sitting underneath you, go ahead and hit one out of the ballpark. Turn on it. It's early enough in the ball game. And I'm not saying give up outs. You can't give up outs in the American League.
2-1. Shortstop, and this will enable Longoria to advance to third. Evan alertly goes to third on that ground ball, even though it was to the left side, but he read it well.
He sure did. Good read. It was an off-speed pitch, hit off the end of the bat. Evan read it perfectly. Had a good secondary lead and broke immediately. Did not hesitate. And that forces Toronto to play the infield in.
And the hitter's going to be Ben Zobrist. Ben lifting a fly ball to center his first time.
And that's what he's got to try to do here, get the ball in the air.
First pitch inside, up a bit, 1 ball, no strikes.
Cecil has that sinker. He gets that ground ball and that 91 sinker. He's also got the changeup. He gets some swings and misses on.
That one high and diving back into third. Longoria, you can see Buck come out of receiving that pitch with an eye toward going to third.
I think with Pena on deck, I don't think Evan will be going on contact here. So he wasn't off the bag that far. Normally with 1 out, a lot of times the Rays will go on contact. I think as hot as Pena is, if Ben hits it on the ground, I think you stay.
2 balls and a strike to count. Zobrist pops it up. That's a foul ball and will be caught by Buck. Cecil got the pitch in on him and he popped him up foul.
Well, that's what pitching in is right there. That's exactly what he was trying to do, is jam Ben so he couldn't get extended. And he got in there good. Buck setting up way inside. This ball's up and in. It's cutting, runs in. I mean, that's a good 6 inches off the inside corner. It kept running right into the label of his bat. That was by intent right there. That's exactly what they wanted to do.
Now Carlos Pena, who hit a bomb to center field his first time, his 13th home run of the year, and the first home run given up to a left-handed hitter by Brett Cecil this year. Lefties were hitting only 145 off him coming into this game. Pena got him for that long home run and had connected a couple times before off Cecil. First time this year.
And he came back with the same pitch that Carlos homered on. That was a low slider up and out over the plate. And he missed.
Check swing and a foul ball back. And the all-time home run leader now in franchise history, moving ahead of Aubrey Huff. Two and one.
They know he's hot right now. I can't see them throwing him anything over the plate. I mean, they'll try to get Carlos to expand his zone. Way off the outside.
And a foul ball back. It's going to be out of play. 2 and 2.
He tried to wait. That was not a bad swing. He tried to go to left center with that little breaking ball.
Evan opened with a double, moved to third on the ground ball. He's at third with 2 outs. Rays down 2-1. Ground ball right side and out of the shift. Gonzalez winds up almost all the way to first. The shortstop handles that one. 6-3 the put out. We're through 4, 2-1 Toronto. Spotlight brought to you by Just for Men, Mustache and Beard. Carlos Pena continues his power hitting. 5 home runs in the last 4 games. Just as Carlos gives the Rays the edge, you too can keep your edge with Just for Men, Mustache and Beard. And here's Encarnacion taking a big swing and sending that breaking ball into left, caught by Kapler.
That'll help the pitch count right there. He's already got 73 coming into this inning.
We'll swing back around to the top of the order. Freddie Lewis, who loves to swing at the first pitch and just about every other pitch. And he goes after that first one, fouling it away. Strike 1. 5 strikeouts for Wade Davis. He struck out Lewis on a fastball away in the first and used the slider to get him swinging in the third. And a popper back of third. That's foul and will be out of the reach of Kapler.
Pretty good job of getting in on Freddie in this series, tying him up.
Wrapping up this series against Toronto. The Florida team, Florida Marlins, will be in tomorrow night. And a liner into center field. That's a base hit. Lewis makes a turn, decides to hold on as Upton gets that ball back into second in a hurry to Reed Brignac to hold him to a base hit.
And I saw John Jaso. He called every pitch but this one. Wade Davis wanted a fastball in. Jaso called a breaking ball first. He called a curve. He called a slider. He called a changeup. I finally agreed with Wade Davis, and turns out the 0-2 pitch was not executed. That ball was just right down in the hitting zone. Not a good 0-2 pitch.
Well, and that's what Joe Madden's talking about with fastball command. I mean, number one, you might go with another pitch, but if you're going to go with a fastball, you got to locate it better.
Right. 0-2, you want to go up under his hands.
Very close over there. Lewis back in. Hunter Windelstedt on the call. First. One on with one out. Aaron Hill, the hitter, waiting to see the first pitch in this sequence. Lifted into short center. Upton makes the grab. So 2 outs. Lewis still at first base. Adam Lind is on his way to the plate. We'll remind you to sign up at Cain's Furniture for a chance to meet one of your favorite Rays. And if Rays pitchers come up with 10 strikeouts in a home game, then log on to CainStrikeout.com to get a coupon for a free Papa John's pizza. Get to Cain's today. Adam Lind. Fouls a fastball back.
See, that ball was better because it was up and in. It wasn't down and into a swing. Tied him up a little bit.
Single and a run. Line drive to center off a fastball in the third.
Throw over to first base right here.
And close again. A couple of close calls for Freddie Lewis at first.
Very close. Good quick move. Good slap tag right here. Freddie was in there by a finger length. Good pitch out count too on one.
Then fouls it away. 2 strikes. 2 runs, 5 hits for Toronto. The Rays have a run and 2 hits. The Orioles have scored a run in the bottom of the 5th. They've tied New York 3-3. Pitch out, snap throw to first, and the runner's back in.
I think Lewis read the pitch out. He saw something different from Wade Davis there. I think he was going. I think Joe Madden guessed right on that pitch out, but I think he went too quick, and I think Lewis saw that and was able to get back. You got to make your pitch out look exactly the same as your normal delivery. It's little things you got to learn up here in the big leagues.
And another move to first, and it's close. The ball rolls away from Pena. You know, and Lewis might have had an idea. He was starting to get his momentum in the direction of second base.
Sure was. You know, and you're still in a pitch out count. You can double up on it if you want. But Jason giving a long look on that one. Let's see. Let's go over to first base again.
Davis stepping back now. He was singled with 1 out. He's at first with 2 outs. 1-2 the count to Lynn. And he struck him out. Pitch biting down and into the left-handed hitter. Bottom of inning 5 coming. 2-1 Toronto. Could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. By the Karate Kids, starring Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan in theaters June 11th. And by Dodge Ram Trucks, award-winning Ram trucks, plus a new heavy duty, make it one of the most powerful lineups in Ram history. First pitch to Gabe Kapler is a strike.
That was a beautiful 2-strike slider that Wade Davis threw. That was the best 2-strike pitch of this one all night.
Sharply hit, foul into the seats, and DeGraff down there.
I like that shot right there. Talking to David Price. Young guys giving advice to each other, sharing information.
One ball and 2 strikes.
That's why Wade Davis is going to be good. I mean, he wants to be the best. And you can see that sometimes when he wants to make that perfect pitch.
Tap foul. Well, that goes back to something that we were talking about an inning or two ago with Davis. And I think the point you made about him just letting it go to get a little more life, a little more action on that fastball. And I think it's his nature. Number one is, as you tell by looking at him, a broken back ground ball. And Encarnacion makes the throw to first. Kapler's the first out. He's an intense competitor anyway. You see his body language, you see his focus. He's very intense, which translates, I think, into he's a real control guy. You know, he's got a great arm, but he wants to control all the elements of his environment that he can. And I think it's a developmental process that you referenced there. When he gets to the point when he knows he's got all that down and he's controlling what's in his hula hoop, if you will.
Yeah.
And just to let him then let that ball go, we're going to see even better stuff from him.
Yeah, I think sometimes when I see his delivery, and I'm looking at it from a catcher, being one all my life. That's what I'm thinking about. Not as a manager. I'm thinking as a catcher. And I've had many a pitcher over the years do that, and they're so good with their stuff, but they want to make it better than what it is as far as the pitch itself. So you're trying to make that perfect two-strike pitch, and you open up too soon, and you kind of carry it, and you almost dart throw it.
Well, J-Cell lifting a fly ball to center, caught by Wells. 2 outs, 2 up, 2 down. Just a reminder to look for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment. That's coming up later in tonight's game.
But I think, it's almost like shooting a bow and arrow or a target or a gun or playing darts. I like to play darts sometimes. Once you got your alignment, you know your mechanics, let the dart do the work. Same thing shooting at a target. Once you've got your setup and your alignment and your sight, and you pull the trigger, you're going to hit the target. But you can't guide the bullet. You can't guide the bow and arrow. You can't guide the dart. You've done all your work. Let the ball do it. What I'm saying to relate to baseball, let the ball do the work. You got your grip. You got your nice fluid mechanics. Your good alignment. You don't have to force it. So let it go.
And I think that'll give him a little more freedom. It'll be, it's a draining experience physically and mentally to play any competitive sport, particularly if you're a pitcher. But I think that frees a pitcher up a little bit.
It does, because you've done all your work. Let the ball do its work.
Yeah, exactly.
It's same thing as a hitter, and I can speak as a hitter that had many a failure and slumps, and I know what that feeling is like. You start trying to guide the ball through the infielder. I want to guide it in the gaps. You know what? All you can do is center it up, square it up, however you want to say it, and hit it hard. Have an idea what the situation is, but once you've done your mechanics and preparation on deck, let your hands do the work. What did Carlos Pena say? I'm trusting my hands now. He's not thinking about his setup and his mechanics, right? He's just seeing the ball and letting his hands do the work. Because all your preparation is your side work as a pitcher. You make an adjustment after a pitch. You've flown open too soon. You stay back in your back leg. You'll see Garza tapping his back leg, so you stay back, whatever.
Oh, strike 3 call to Brignac. He's out of there, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3 through 5, 2-1 Toronto. '07, Andy Saudenstein recording his first big league win in Florida in grand style, a career-high 10 strikeouts, including 7 in a row, and then got his first big league hit. He drove in a run, scored a run, all of those first for Andy Saudenstein on this date back in 2007. Tomorrow he's going to visit the fire station, and we're going to have the video to prove it. Vernon Wells leads off and takes the pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes. Wells lifts it into right. Zobrist is there. 1 away.
To me, that's what you got to do on Vernon. Just make it look close enough. Make it look enticing. let him get himself out by chasing a high fastball away right there. That was not a strike. If you do that by design, you'll have success against a lot of these Blue Jays hitters because they want to swing early. When they get a good strike, they usually square it, center it, crush it early in the count.
Jose Bautista going after the first pitch, a fastball, and he fouls it back for a strike.
He had a rough at bat last time, didn't he?
He did. I'll tell you. We thought he might have hurt himself.
I thought his lower back might have been wrenched the way he was moving around.
He's still up there swinging hard, though.
Well, he's got a pretty violent swing. I mean, he is aggressive. He likes it. He's not afraid to let it fly. Jason wants this ball up.
And he pops him up. Jaso and Longoria. And Jaso makes the catch. 2 outs.
Good job by Jaso. He gave him the high target, little reminder before the pitch. And Wade Davis executed. That's good execution there. So there's some really good signs in this game going on with Jaso and Wade Davis.
Now it's Alex Gonzalez. He connected for his 13th home run of the year in the second inning, then struck out on a breaking ball in the fourth. Fastball up and in a little bit. Ball, no strikes.
There's one I was talking about. So he wanted to make that better than what he had to. He really saw him flying open, and he knew it because he pulled himself right back. He knew it. Well, no, he didn't want to make a mistake. He wanted to make it better pitch than what he had to. In my mind, that's what I see.
And a strike on the outside part of the plate.
See, he was more under control there. See, he didn't fly off on that last pitch as much as the one before. And consequently, he got a piece of the corner there. Good 2-0 pitch.
And a ground ball. Brignac over to first. So the breaking ball gets the ground ball. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. 2-1 Toronto. The Mosaic Company and the Rays working together in the fight to end hunger through home runs for food. Each Rays home run this season, the Mosaic Company will donate $500 to local food banks through Feeding America Tampa Bay, Florida's leading hunger relief agency. To date, home runs for food has donated $28,500 to Feeding America Tampa Bay. B.J. Upton Takes a big cut and misses. Strike one. Upton twice has walked. He stole a base in the first. And he's on base again as a base hit driven in the hole between short and third. So leadoff single for BJ. Let's check in with Todd.
B.J. Upton started his minor league career with the Rays as a shortstop, and today the Rays signed their first from the 2010 first-year player draft. His name is Derek Dietrich out of Georgia Tech. He's from the Ohio area, Cleveland to be more precise. You can see the number 79 overall pick, second-round pick, just moments ago, guys, signing that contract. He's hanging out in the suite of Andrew Friedman, a good place to watch the game, and he's excited to start his pro career. He's going to report to Hudson Valley. His collegiate career ended on Monday with Georgia Tech, and he knows what it's going to be like to be in the minors because his grandfather, Steve Demeter, was in the minors for almost 30 years as a player and a manager. He was one of the top 10 Durham Bulls of all time, as voted on by the fans, and we may hear more from Derek Dietrich tomorrow on our Rays Live pregame show. Guys, back to you.
Well, there's a lot of great baseball legacy right there, and so the Rays have their first pick out of the draft signed out of the second round, and there you are. Congratulations, and we can't wait to see him get that pro career started.
Absolutely. Great program he came from, too.
Rays are very happy with their draft this year, and not only just talking with R.J. Harrison and some of the folks in the Rays organization, but we've had a chance to talk to some people outside the organization, and you get the same reaction. So there's some optimism coming out of this year's draft. So that concern, the Rays winning and finishing up in the standings, that they may not get that first pick all the time. Well, that's what you play for. But they apparently have done a great job of prepping for that draft, and so they're very pleased. And now all they have to do is sign them, and they have one significant signing in the books.
Your life changes now. It's great. It's exciting. I came out of college myself, and your life changes for the better. I mean, you've worked hard all this point. Now you turn pro.
BJ with a lead starts to go, stops, and the pitch is inside. He's in the mind.
Oh, yeah.
Brett Cecil out there.
You and I are on the same page there. He is in the mind of Brett Cecil.
On for the third straight time. He was on base 3 times last night. Cut and a miss.
That's a good
2-2
changeup.
And good action from Cecil on the delivery of that pitch.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. That's what I was saying earlier. When you slide step, you can't always show your fastball. You have to be able to throw your off-speed stuff, your changeup, off the slide step. Otherwise, as soon as hitter sees slide step, he's looking for number one. He's looking for fastball.
Jimmy Key, one of the best I ever saw do that.
You bet. Absolutely.
And a foul ball. Pounded through the coaching box at third. And into the bullpen. Souvenir.
Well, it's a good count to run on because you know they're not going to pitch out. Of course, you don't want a ground ball here. You don't want what happened last time. So BJ really has got to try to get a read here, even though he's got the slide step. I figure Cecil is going to throw a strike here.
2-2, no movement. The ground ball just foul outside the bag. That's Brian Runge on the call.
He didn't get too excited, did he? You've seen a few of those.
He's been there before.
Oh, yeah.
Done that.
And his family. Father.
Yeah, there's 3 generations right there. Ed Runge and then his father. Ed Runge was his grandfather. Paul Runge and then Brian.
Here comes the changeup.
And a little tap out in front of the plate. Buck makes the throw to first to Overbay. Upton now in scoring position. It's the battle for bragging rights in the Sunshine State. The Marlins and Rays face off in the Checkers Citrus Series. It'll be right here on Sun Sports. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6:30 with Game 1 of the series. James Shields will be the starting pitcher for the Rays.
Boy, they got locked up tonight in Philadelphia. Josh Johnson and Roy Halladay. 1-0 Florida. Top of the 8th. Two maybe all-stars. Josh Johnson and Roy Halladay. National League.
Now Evan Longoria. He takes the pitch breaking down out of the strike zone.
Well, this will be an interesting sequence here if they give Evan anything to hit. With the base open at first base there and Willie Ibar on deck.
Well, you would think they'd be careful. He's 5 out of 9 lifetime against Cecil. There goes Upton, and he is out at third base. Upton caught stealing. Upton trying to steal third here. And he is caught stealing for out number 2.
Well, Joe's not going to go argue. You see Joe Madden shaking his head. Oh, no, that's a bad call. My goodness. Wow. Let's take a closer look.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he didn't even tag him. That is a terrible call. Maybe better get more intense out there at third base because that wasn't very good. That was awful.
So Upton had it stolen and had it taken away. Cecil draws the walk. Wow. Well, he calls him out. There's not much you can do about it.
That's why
stays put in the dugout. But
you're right, Dwayne. That's why he didn't even go out.
You know, you could see Joe just trying to be as calm as he can. That's a shame. I mean, Upton, he'd done what he's supposed to do.
Well, if you question it's a bad play, he did it last night. It's a good play with 1 out. There's nothing wrong with that. Because they're not going to give Evan anything to hit anyway. And they didn't. They walked him as it was with nobody on.
And you got a guy behind the plate who's thrown out 7% of the runners all year. Ibar fouling the pitch back. And so, and Upton has been very good at stealing third. We talked about it earlier. Has 5 steals of third base. Should have had that one.
Yeah, that's just a bad call. And BJ just has to move forward. He knows it. We all know it.
1-1 now.
Well, Ibar's got to find a gap here.
Evan at first, 2 away.
Cecil's got that pitch count up. Mid-90s.
Upstairs. Fastball. 2-1. And Cecil that time delivering that fastball was down with his arm angle a bit.
Yeah,
it came up.
Sure did. He's got 96 pitches.
This one misses down. It's 3-1.
Well, that was a changeup. He likes to throw that ball that rides in on the right-handers, and there's a couple of ways he can go. I mean, you're not going to see, I don't think, a straight fastball.
And it's fouled back. Comes in with a fastball.
Yeah, that was his sinker at 91.
3-2 now. Zobrist is on deck. 2 outs. Evan will be off with the pitch.
Yeah, you got Sean Rodriguez on the changeup. Pretty good swing by Ibar there. So he has confidence. 3-2 with the change. It's probably what I would call.
And a foul ball. Fastball right there. 3-2.
A little dangerous.
Although he's able to get it up. Willie had a good swing at it, though.
Well, he's gone with a couple of fastballs now. Full count. He does have confidence in that changeup. Over at first base, he walked after Upton was called out on the attempted steal of third. 3-2, and it's lined up the right side. That's going to be a foul ball.
Well, there it was. That was the changeup, and it was up, and Willie did a nice job at going with that. And that was certainly been a double for an RBI. That been fair. Let's take a look at this 3-2 pitch right here. Up and out over the plate.
Again, and a broken bat roller picked up by Encarnacion. The throw to first in time to retire the side. The fastball coming in on him got him through 6. 2-1 Toronto. Rays action with exclusive on-field seating right there in the Checkers Bullpen Cafe. Available dates are filling up fast. Act now to make your private group reservations right behind the Rays bullpen. Call 727-825-3406 or online at RaysBaseball.com. Action going on down there just beyond the Rays bullpen. While Overbay will lead it off. And Wade Davis delivers a pitch down. 1-0. Overbay, then Buck and Encarnacion. It's down. 2-0.
That's going to get the bullpen up, I believe.
Back 2-1.
This is a winnable game. I think you got to mix and match here the last 9 outs to keep the game at 2.
Randy Choate, the lefty. Yeah, he's up every day.
Yeah, he is. Isn't he?
He's really remarkable. That's a strike. Pull the count to 2-2. A breaking ball that dropped in there.
Nice backdoor breaker.
Oh, strike 3 call. He comes back to get him. fell behind 2-0 and strikes him out. Here's the strikeout pitch.
Well, we talked about being able to throw his secondary pitches for strikes. He threw a backdoor slider there. The pitch before that was a curveball. Nice finish. Got his head looking right toward his target. Didn't pull off. Nice job.
John Buck. And there's a strike on the inside part of the plate, a fastball.
Yeah, I think Wade has made some nice strides tonight with his sequences, pitches.
Right by Buck. 2 boy, since falling behind Overbay, he's made some great pitches.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, that's
20 of 26 first pitch strikes. Yeah, he gets angry at himself. Yeah, without saying anything. You can just see it.
This is a tough play, and over the head of Pena, and Longoria let it go. He made a great stop. There was a breaking ball that Buck was able to bound deep behind third, and because it was the catcher running, and that's what Longoria thinks, he was going to try to make the play.
Yeah, he was. He knew it was a catcher running. If he just gets it in the air over there to Pena, he's got plenty of time. He just airmailed it.
So it's a base hit and an error. The 6th hit for Toronto. And Buck winds up at second on the error.
He's got to pitch through it. You can't fault the effort, though. So I would have no problem with that effort by Longoria, because you're right. He knew who the runner was. If it's a fast runner, then you eat the ball. It's different. But he knew who the runner was. If he got it in the air, you're going to get the out.
0-1 the count to Encarnacion. He took a big cut on the fastball, 0-2. Davis still making some good pitches here. And he approaches, well, he's right now over 100 pitches.
You just want to save this run right here. It's a good 0-2 pitch to make right now.
And a pop-up foul ball. Will it stay playable? Pena's after it with room. He's got it. 2 outs. Buck still at second with 2 gone. And for all the latest updates on the Rays, log on to TampaBay.com from the diamond of the clubhouse and everywhere in between. You'll be kept up to date. Get in-depth news, stories, and scores 24 hours a day only at TampaBay.com.
It's a nice 0-2 slider. That was a good 2-strike pitch he threw to get that pop-up.
Remy Lewis now. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Fastball.
Now the reason Choate's up, he's up for Lynn in this inning. He's pitched Lewis well the first 2 times for strikeouts. He made a mistake 0-2 when he dropped a base hit in the center in the 5th. Joe Madden feels Wade can get Freddie Lewis.
And a chopper to first, scooped there by Pena, and the toss to Wade Davis to retire the side. No runs, a hit, an error, man left. 7th inning stretch time. Ben Zobrist leads it off. You're going to call AutoWay. Call 1-800-SHOP-AutoWay. By Checkers, Little Place, Big Taste. And by Tobacco-Free Florida. Escape the addiction of tobacco. Be free. Visit FloridaQuitline.com. As reminder, fans, pregame show will go outside. Join all the group on Saturday outside Gate 4 at Tropicana Field. The special tailgate pregame show. Prizes, giveaways, and fan interaction. So join the crew Saturday, 6:30 at Gate 4 for the tailgate Saturday on Sun Sports. Ben Zobrist takes a look at that first pitch. It's shortened on the bat. Curveball was low. 1-0. Brett Cecil with 102 pitches now. One pitch into the seventh. This one is pulled foul down beyond the bullpen, where you can see there is some action. Casey Jansen is throwing, and Scott Downs has started to get loose as well. And a bunt by Zobrist. It's going to be foul. A little roller down the third base side on that bunt attempt.
A little tough to do with one strike, because if it's foul now, it's 1-2. The first strike, you don't have a problem with it. Ben can knock the ball out of the ballpark. But again, you can't fault the effort. I mean, they're trying anyway. It's a one-run game, so they're trying any way you can to get on base.
Well, in 2 of the last 3 innings, the Rays have had a man in scoring position in a one-run game. And Zobrist is out on strikes. That adds some bite to it to pick up the first out. Let's go to Todd Callis right now. Todd?
Dwayne, remember that home run opposite field last night by Carlos Pena? Joe Madden said he was in the dugout talking to Dave Martinez. He said, hey, he's hitting it to the thing out there. And one of our viewers wrote in, and he actually has a great idea. Jeff Hill out of Tampa said, you know what they should call this little area? The Tropicana Lime Wedge. Because it's at the Corona Beach Bar, and what goes better at the top of the Corona than a lime wedge? So Jeff Hill, great suggestion. I told Joe before the game, he says he's going to start using it instead of, hey, the thing. Back to you guys.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great idea. We've got to have a conversation with him, and maybe a refreshment, someone that creative. Let's take a look at that. The home run right down the left field line, and Pena dropped it right into the lime wedge out there. I like that. That's great.
That's catchy.
Yeah, we got a new friend in Jeff.
We like it.
Yeah, he's creative. We love that.
There's a Corona right behind the pole there. That works. Making me thirsty.
Yeah, well, that's one of those, the strike now to Pena. 0-2. That's just a great idea.
That is. Yeah, very nice. Well done.
Fired up by that. So that's now the lime wedge beyond the 315 marker, that low wall. One and two. Now, technically, is that still part of the Corona Beach Bar? You know, they're going to have to extend that, and that they will annex the lime wedge into the Corona Beach Bar. Ground ball right side, and again, the shortstop Gonzalez is over there. That's a replay of the ground ball in the 4th inning that Pena hit into the shift. 2 gone.
Cito already made a call.
Yep, Kapler due, and the pitch count being what it is here. That's going to be it for Brett Cecil. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all. Bottom of the 7th. Here's tonight's poll question brought to you by Autoway. Autoway, if you need a car, truck, or van, who are you going to call? Autoway. Call 1-800-SHOP Autoway. Which interleague series are you looking forward to the most? Against the Marlins? How about the Braves? Maybe the Padres or the Diamondbacks? Text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rates apply. Meanwhile, Casey Jansen is on now to face Hank Blaylock, who pinch hits for Kaplan. And a curveball to start him, fouled, strike one.
Yeah, Hank's up there thinking one thing as you look at Casey's numbers. 23rd game for him. Got 4 wins. Pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, 25-9.
Away. Fastball outside. That's 1-1. Hanson pitched an inning and a third here Tuesday night. Blaylock pops it up. Hang time. Shallow left. And Gonzalez gets out there from shortstop. And that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 8th. 2-1 Toronto. We go to the 8th inning. The Rays trailed 2-1. Rays defense has been very good in this series. The Home Depot doing more on D. Take a look at some of that outstanding defensive work. The double play started by Rodriguez here in the first game, and Kevin, who could forget this double play started by Longoria last night?
Last night, unbelievable right there to pick it and get a nice feed off and a great turn by John Rodriguez.
Aaron Hill leads off the 8th inning. Davis delivers, and the pitch is looped into center field, a bit toward left center, and Hill is aboard. The Rays defensively have Hank Blaylock in right field now, and Zobrist moves over to play left. Blaylock made his debut in right field in Texas. And with that base hit, Joe Madden comes out. He's had Randy Choate and Dan Wheeler up in the bullpen. And with Lynn due up, he's going to go to the lefty. We'll be back in a moment. plus. Gives way to Randy Choate to face the left-handed bat of Adam Lynn. 32 appearances, including this one for Choate. His tops in the American League in appearances.
And not really a surprise for Randy because he's the only lefty down there for the Rays. So he's had a lot of workload here in the first half of the season.
Adam Lynn swings at the first pitch. It's a fastball, and that's a strike.
And he's in there for just one hitter, and that's always not an easy thing to do here because your margin for error is almost zero. You got to get your guy, and that's Adam Lynn.
Lynn is 1 for 12 lifetime against Choate. That's a little chopper. Rodriguez will go to second out there, and no return to first. So Hill is forced as Lynn hits that little chop to the right side. So Choate takes care of Lynn, and Joe Madden comes out. He wants another pitching change to match up Wheeler with Wells. Back in a moment. Wheeler is the new pitcher, making his 26th appearance. He's on to face Vernon Wells. And Adam Lynn lifted for the runner. Dwayne Wise, the pinch runner. And the pitch to Wells is low. A slider to start him, and he lays off 1-0.
Well, Cito Gasson playing for some small ball here. Doesn't steal many bases, but Wise will run, and of course Fred Lewis will run. Of course, if happens to be a ball in a gap, maybe first and third situation, Wise has a better chance to get to third base on a base hit.
Wise just joined this ball club today. Last time the Rays saw him, he was making a great catch to save Mark Burley's perfect game.
Yeah. Gabe Kaplan.
And the pitch skied back into center field. That ball's pretty well hit. It will one hop the fence for a ground rule double, and the Rays get a break there as Wells hits that one to the deepest part of the ballpark and had it skip up over the wall. Otherwise, the pinch runner Wise scores.
Now that's exactly what Cito was looking for, was an extra base hit, and it would score Dwayne Wise, and it would have easily. Look at this ball carry him off the wall and over the left field wall. Wayne Wise, of course, would have scored easily. So now you got a situation here. You can walk Batista if you want and force a double play situation with Gonzalez.
And that's exactly what the Rays will do. An intentional pass here to load the bases.
I think you have to. Gonzalez is a first ball fastball hitter, and Batista's leading everybody baseball and home runs. So I mean, it's the right move. Plus, you'd have to play the infield in. This way, you can play the infield back and try to turn two. Dan Wheeler has the pitches to get a ground ball.
So the intentional pass to Bautista. The bases will be loaded with one out. Alex Gonzalez will be the hitter, and Jim Hickey goes to the mound.
Now this conversation right here is, what do you want to do first pitch? We know what they're looking for as far as the end result. That's a ground ball, nice 6-4-3 double play. But really, it's how do you attack Alex early, because he likes to jump on that first pitch fastball. We already saw him hit a fastball. He turned on a fastball in for the home run in the second inning off of Wade Davis. Dan has struck him out 8 times in those 15 at bats you're looking at. So,
and that's what Madden was doing, playing the matchups, because Wells was only 1 of 16 before that double, and Bautista had gone 2 of 11 against Wheeler. And so now, with that ground rule double and the intentional walk, it's Alex Gonzalez up here.
You got to believe there won't be a first pitch fastball here. There'll be something breaking away. Well, it was a fastball.
And it's a little bit away, off the plate wide. Joaquin Benoit is up in the bullpen.
Well, the reason for that is because there's a lefty on deck, and with his changeup, he can neutralize Overbay. Left-hand hitter.
And a fly ball, left center field. This is caught by Upton. Run's going to try to score, and the throw is safe. The call as he got around the tag. Boy, that was close. Jaso just couldn't get the tag on Wise, who went to the infield side and got in there to make it 3-1. That was close.
Let's take a look. It's a great throw by B.J. Upton. He's got momentum behind it. He lets it fly. He throws a strike a little bit up the line. And I think it was the right call, but I don't think Jaso got the glove on him. Let's take a look. Yeah, he never got the glove on him. Wise did a nice job of getting to the inside of the plate. Watch him right here. That's not out of the baseline. He gets his right hand in there. That's a good call. That's a fair call right there. But a great effort by both Jaso and B.J. Upton. Great effort.
So Gonzalez gets credit for a sacrifice fly as the run scores to make it 3-1. Lyle Overbay will be the hitter, and Joaquin Benoit is the new pitcher on to face the left-handed bat of Lyle Overbay. Stealing bases, as you know, a valuable asset for the Rays. Tune in. Joe Madden discusses why the Rays do it and how it affects the other team. And then watch Carl Crawford demonstrate examples of how he takes leads and slides into second. Also look at the untouchable records in base stealing history. That'll be Sunday at 5 p.m. Inside the Rays, the art of the steal. For a preview of the show, visit FoxSportsFlorida.com.
Well, that was a great effort, and no doubt about it, by B.J. Just the ball was a little bit too far up the line. Had he thrown it right at the plate, Jaso blocks it. He's out, but nonetheless, great effort. Here's Benoit's numbers. 0.71 in 14 appearances. excellent command. Only 3 walks and 18 strikeouts in 12 2/3. Going to keep the game right here with Overbay. Also likes to jump on that first fastball. Benoit has the great changeup to get lefties out, along with the 94 fastball.
Overbay 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. First and second, the runners. And a ground ball headed to short. Brignac's throw to first in time, and that will retire the side. A run scores for Toronto. Bottom of the 8th coming, 3-1 Blue Jays. Tonight's Miller Lite tastes great in this moment. Great effort by the Rays trying to get Wise at the plate on the fly ball hit by Alex Gonzalez.
You know, that was a pretty good slider down. Gonzalez got it in the air. Nice throw and a nice effort with the tag. Just couldn't quite get to him. It's really a great slide by Dwayne Wise.
Well, the Rays will face the left-hander Scott Downs.
Scott Downs, this is his 30th game. The top appearances in the American League also. We saw that board a moment ago.
John Jaso takes the pitch for a strike. Reed Brignac due to hit next, but Kelly Shopik is on deck. Jason. Sean Camp is up in the bullpen for Toronto. Bouncing away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. New York hitting in the 8th inning in Baltimore. The Orioles lead that game 4-3. And the Indians have taken a 6-5 lead after 6 innings at home over Boston. One and 2 the count to Jason.
Saw that John Buck called a sinker, and Downs didn't want that, so let's see if he comes back with the breaking ball.
And a check swing and a little soft liner caught by Downs. Jaso lines back to the mound, a soft liner that Downs made a nice play on.
Yeah, he did.
Easy.
Yeah, Downs shook to get back to the curveball. He wanted the breaking ball. Nice play to his glove side. That gets over his head. That might be an infield hit. Not an easy play. Gonzalez is quick coming in, but Jaso gets out of the box and down the line pretty well.
Kelly Shopik will pinch hit. He's only 1 at bat. He's 0 for 1 lifetime against Downs. Pitch is a strike. Downs not overpowering, but when he's right, he gives you a very good breaking ball.
Yeah, and he just painted up a nice fastball at the knees, too, in the outside corner. Tough pitch.
Stays out there with another one. And it's foul, 0-2. And Cecil, Jansen, and now Downs for Toronto. Davis, Choate, Wheeler, and Benoit for the Rays. Rays got a run off Cecil. Wade Davis charged with 3 runs tonight in 7+ innings. One ball, 2 strikes. There's the curveball.
Yeah, Downs is smart, though. That's twice with 0-2 counts. He's bouncing his curveball to see if Kelly Shoppach would chase. He did the same thing to Jay, so neither guy bit on it. But then he came right back with the curveball. So he does the same thing to Shoppach.
Fouled away, out of play.
A little different with the right-hand hitter with fastball.
Rays have left 3 men on base, 2 of them in scoring position. And Shoppach takes ball 2. Breaking ball. Upton is on deck. Shoppach trying to work his way aboard. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning. The Rays down by 2. He's had some good at-bats in the past against Downs. And there's a line drive base hit. Shoppach is aboard. So a pinch hit base hit. Shoppach lines a fastball into left. And that will get up into the plate, but not against Downs. Cito Gaston comes out to make a pitching change. So Downs faces 2 hitters, gets one of them, gives up a hit. We'll be back in a moment. Single from Kelly Shoppach. Hanson making his 28th appearance.
Yeah, pretty good numbers for Sean overall. 2.81 ERA and a 2.28 batting average against. DJ, though, has been hot. He's had some really good at-bats last week. That batting average up. A couple of walks tonight and a single.
Now a bats against Sean Camp. And the pitch is a strike around the knees. Camp was in the game last night, gave up home runs to Zobrist and Pena. Gave up a couple of runs on those 2 hits and picked up a strikeout. This one is down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Double play, and that retires the side. We go to the 9th, 3-1 Toronto. Pitching matchup for tomorrow. A few changes for the Rays as we go to the 9th. John Buck leads off facing Joaquin Benoit. And Willie Ibar, who had been the DH, is now at second base, so the Rays forfeit the DH. Rodriguez moves to shortstop. Brignac departed. Brignac was lifted for the pinch hitter Shopping. And so, in effect, Shopping removed from the lineup, and Benoit goes into the 9th spot.
That's the only problem when you have 3 catchers. You lose the extra utility infielder. So they'll lose the DH in this situation down 2. Hopefully they keep it just down 2.
2-1 to count to Buck. Benoit came on, got a ground ball from Overbay in the 8th inning. That left a couple men on base. Foul ball runs the count even, 2-2.
Well, it's going to the 9th in Baltimore. Still 4-3. Orioles.
Okay.
Do they have a closer?
and match, 3 outs.
David Hernandez is in there now for him. Count is full. The Buck. Got the first out. But 1 out in the ninth.
Boy, it's been tough for Baltimore, hasn't it, against the Yankees?
Full count to Buck. Ground ball. That's going to be a base hit. And John Buck has his 3rd hit of this game. He's 3 for 4.
That was a pretty good slider he got, too, right through the hole. Got the ground ball, just hit it in the right spot. Not a bad pitch by Joaquin Benoit.
I think the Yankees have won 10 of their last 12 games in Baltimore.
Yeah, they have. It's been unbelievable in Baltimore.
Encarnacion fouls one back. That's a strike. Here the Rays are down 3-1. Buck is open the 9th with a base hit for Toronto. Pitch is wide. 1-1. Fourth pitcher of the night for the Rays, Joaquin Benoit. Cut the miss. Slider moving away from Encarnacion. Takes it to 2-2. Encarnacion, who likes to swing the bat, but took that pitch as the slider was well off the plate.
Yeah, Joaquin trying to get him to chase that slider. Might come back with it, too.
It's foul. He started to again move away from him, and he got the end of the bat on it to foul it.
Yeah, that was fading off the plate, but that was a little bit better. It looked like a strike earlier than the last one.
Benoit trying to keep it in a 2-run game. The Rays have Rodriguez, Longoria, and Ibar. Sobris, if anybody gets on, 2 of the night. Well, he came in with a fastball and got him. That fastball by him for the first out. First strikeout for Benoit.
Yeah, you see Jason, they actually missed location, but how effective was that after slider away, fastball up and in. So effectively missing location, it worked.
Now Freddie Lewis, the top of the order. After the first pitch, not uncommon, and he fouled the fastball back.
I was going to say it's about time.
Yeah, I think in one at bat he took the first pitch.
He took a pitch in the 7th.
Yeah,
you know,
so hey.
Enough of that.
Fouls this one. It was out in front of the changeup. 2. Kevin Gregg up in the bullpen. And Lewis is out on strikes. Threw him the changeup again and got him. hits in the inning, 9 strikeouts for Rays pitching.
Boy, his stuff is nasty. I hope he just stays healthy. Great changeup. He's got 94 fastball, 95. Great changeup, good slider. Valuable guy down there in the bullpen.
Now here's Aaron Hill. And Hill shoots it toward right center field. On the run, Blaylock got it. Hank Blaylock into right center field. Made that catch, rolled over and held on, and that retires the side. Boy, he can play right field. He got it. That's what counts. 3-1 Toronto. There and is in right field now. Ray's a little short on the bench, and he had a little issue with the lights, I'm sure. Our Jaguar performance of the game and really of the series has been Carlos Pena with his power. There's one home run right after another here on Tuesday. Pena hit 2. Hit a home run last night. Hit a long home run in the second inning tonight. Sean Rodriguez leads off the ninth facing Kevin Gregg, and he takes the pitch, a fastball in for a strike.
Kevin does have 14 saves.
And a high fly ball hit deep to left. That ball is gone. Home run for Sean Rodriguez. An 0-1 pitch, and Rodriguez hits it out. His third home run of the year. It's now 3-2.
This was a breaking ball. Nice at bat right here by Sean. Took a fastball on the outside corner that was unhittable for a strike. Here comes a breaking ball. He goes down and gets it too. That's a beautiful swing. Look at the legs on that one. Great extension, and he knows it.
So Sean Rodriguez with a leadoff homer in the bottom of the ninth. Evan Longoria hits it hard on the ground to short. Gonzalez comes up with it and throws him out. One away here in the ninth inning. Home run by Sean Rodriguez, and another $10,500 raised to support prostate cancer research. Make a donation by calling 800-798-CURE or going online to pcf.org. Willie Ibar. The pitch is high.
You got
Ben Zobrist on deck, who's got the power going from the left side. He's really swinging well left-handed if Willie can draw a walk, because Kevin Gray can get wild. We know that.
We saw that in Toronto. 2-0 the count to Ibar.
I'll tell you what, and I'm not swinging here unless I really get a pitch in my zone and I can hit out.
And a big cut and a miss by Ibar. He was thinking about that on that fastball.
And nothing wrong with that. He did get a pitch in his zone that he could hit out, and he went for it.
By the way, the Orioles have beaten New York tonight 4-3. And Ibar takes it low. 3 balls and a strike. Rays down 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth. And Ibar shoots it into left. That's in there for a base hit. Takes a fastball the other way. And so Ibar is on with 1 out. And Carl Crawford will come on to run. Crawford will be the pinch runner for Ibar.
Well, you wondered when Joe was going to play the card, and he waited just at the right time. A tying run at first base with power hitting Ben Zobrist up and Pena to follow. So put yourself in a situation, the best possibilities right here. Try to get some pitches to hit with Carl pitch running now.
Ben Zobrist is the hitter. And a pitch out on that first pitch, and Crawford not going anywhere right then. Carl had the night off until now.
Little smile right there. I'm not biting on that.
And at first, Crawford back in. Action in the bullpen for Toronto. Ryan Talent, who has just moved to the bullpen. Jason Frazier, the right-hander. And that's a strike. 1-1. Ben is 0 for 2 lifetime against Kevin Gray. Crawford at first. And again a move over there. He's back. Both Rays runs tonight coming on home runs. Carlos Pena hit one in the second. Sean Rodriguez has opened the ninth with a home run. And a high foul. It's going to be out of play. Down the opposite side. 1-2.
But Kevin really coming quick, almost quick pitching as he comes set. So concerned about Crawford. Almost not stopping. I think that was the conversation over there at first base. Got to make sure he stops, otherwise it's a ball.
And the pitch, he got under it, lifts a high pop fly into shallow left. Gonzalez out from shortstop, makes the catch. And that is out number 2. 2 gone with Crawford still at first base. And Carlos Pena will be the hitter. Pena homered in the second. He is 1 for 3. Blue Jays with that major shift on. Pitch out again. Nothing doing. 1-0.
I think early you wait, you let Carlos just try to win it, because when he's been squaring it up, it's been going on in the ballpark.
Greg's going to be worried about Carl Moore staying at first base than he is at second. And they might even put Carlos on, believe it or not. And have Talent come in.
There goes Crawford, a swing and a miss. Double pump, and the throw is not in time. Crawford steals second base. It's his 19th steal. And now the count is 1-1 to Pena.
That's a fastball off the outside corner, and Buck couldn't get the grip on it. He wouldn't have had him anyway. But Carl elects to steal, and he's in scoring position. But now, I mean, the conversation here has to be, obviously, here's a guy that can win the game. Not that Blaylock can't. But Carlos is hot right now. 3 home runs in this series, so I mean, I got to believe these pitches are going to be way off the outside corner.
One and one to count, and time called.
Well, there's a good umpire given the time.
Yeah, we went through that same
Winters.
situation.
Yeah.
In Toronto with Angel Hernandez behind the plate. That led to all kinds of confusion.
Well, Kevin comes set quick and goes fast. I mean, he almost quick pitches it.
The 1-1. That's low, covered up by Buck. 2 balls and a strike.
That would have been a tough pitch to hit out.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't believe that he's going to see anything over the plate. If it is, it's going to be a mistake. Base open at first. Blaylock, by the way, 0 for 10 against Kevin Gregg.
And that's away. 3 balls and a strike.
Boy, it's interesting, though. They got the shift on it. Carlos gets a fastball away. Not that he would do it, but look at that hole on the left side. A base hit through that hole, it's tied. I mean, he got to be thinking about that, because he knows he's not going to get anything close to the plate, so he's got to be looking away.
3-1, and there is ball 4. So they stayed away and away and away to Pena and walk him. First and second, 2 gone, and Hank Blaylock now. Well, Blaylock made that tumbling catch in the top half of this inning on the ball hit by Aaron Hill. Blaylock out there in right field.
Well, when a guy's 0 for 10 against a pitcher, I say this. I say he's due then.
That's right.
You take the positive approach. He's due.
And he pops it foul. That's going to wind up out of play. Left side, that's a strike. Rays have Crawford at second, Pena at first, down by a run, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Blaylock fouls this one back. Fastball, and Greg was a little quicker on that fastball than he's been, I think, on any in this inning.
Yeah, 93. He got it up there pretty good.
2 strikes. So the Rays literally down to their last strike here. Down by a run. The 0-2. And he strikes him out. Ball game is over. Pitch breaking down. And the Toronto Blue Jays hang on to win this one. It's a 3-2 final. Cecil's going to get the win. A save for Greg, and Davis will take the loss. 3-2 the final as the Rays settled for a series win, taking 2 out of 3. Marlins in tomorrow at 6:30. Rays live the postgame next. For Kevin Kennedy, Dwayne Stack.